able to discuss vasoconstrictors, and we will be discussing this topic now. We've had a lecture on this. Hindi pa pala. Yeah, we've had a lecture on this last time in oral surgery clinical concurrence. However, it's just a short lecture. Okay, so this one is more broad. So this one's broader. Okay, compared to the ones that I have delivered last time. So basically, when you say vasoconstrictors, these are the drugs that would constrict the blood vessels. Okay, so is conjunction with anesthetics, which are chemically sympathetic nervous system mediators. I'm sure sympathetic and parasympathetic. Okay, so we have what we call our autonomic system, or your ANS. Okay, ANS, you have your sympathetic, I have your parasympathetic. Okay, sympathetic nervous system, parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, and you say sympathetic nervous system. This is one is involved in your fight or flight response. While when you say parasympathetic nervous system, this one's responsible for the rest and digest. Okay, and digest. Right. So what happens if you don't use a vasoconstrictor? You did not include or incorporate the vasoconstrictor in the local anesthetic. So plain local anesthetics, as we have mentioned yesterday, are all vasodilators in nature. Okay, so what would happen is that blood vessels would dilate. There would be increased absorption of the local anesthetics into the cardiovascular system, higher risk or increased risk of toxicity. There will be decreased depth and duration of the anesthesia. And of course, there would be increased bleeding due to the increased blood perfusion in the area. Before we review the different vasoconstrictors, let's first recall our physiology. Okay, review of physiology. So autonomic nervous system, these are the ones responsible for regulation of internal organs and glands, which occurs unconsciously. I'm sure you're very familiar with the central nervous system, or the CNS. So we have what we call CNS, which consists of the brain and the spinal cord. Spinal cord. Besides the central nervous system, we also have what we call the peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system, these are division of the nervous system that contains all the nerves that would lie outside the CNS. Okay? So basically, your peripheral nervous system, it would connect the CNS to the organs, to the limbs, okay, and skin. That's our peripheral nervous system. So anything that would not include the brain and the spinal cord are peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system is made of the autonomic nervous system and the somatic nervous system. Okay, wait lang ha, do not disturb lang ako. Aga-aga nila Doc Sharon mag-chat sa ni Doc Lampig. So, autonomic nervous system and somatic nervous system. Okay? When we say autonomic nervous system, These are the ones that would act unconsciously. Uncon they act unconsciously, and it regulates the body function. Okay, basically they are involuntary. Okay, involuntary movement. What are involuntary movements? So you have your digestion. What else? Respiratory rate or respiration. Pupillary response. That's involuntary. Okay. Smooth and cardiac muscles. Okay. Contraction. While your somatic nervous system are the ones involved in the voluntary movement. Okay. Voluntary control of the body movement. So we have our CNS, peripheral nervous system, we have our autonomic nervous system, and we have our somatic nervous system, right? And as we have mentioned earlier, fight or flight, sympathetic and parasympathetic are under the autonomic nervous system, okay? Are under the autonomic nervous system, all right? So ganyan siya. You have your CNS, you have your PNS, then under here you have your ANS, you have your somatic nervous system here, and here included C, fight or flight, and rest and digest. Okay. So let us now go here. Ayan pala. Parasympathetic, rest and digest. Sympathetic, fight or flight response. All right. So this is a picture showing you the autonomic nervous system, specifically the sympathetic nervous system. Okay. So sympathetic nervous system, as I've mentioned, fight or flight response, okay, is found here in the, yeah, thoracolumbar area. Okay. So your sympathetic is in this area. It's called thoracolumbar division because the preganglionic neurons are located along the spinal cords from the T1 to L2. From T1 to L2, that's your sympathetic thoracolumbar. Okay, basically it's the middle section of the length of the spinal cord. While when you say parasympathetic, okay, craniosacral or craniosacral. Okay, so sympathetic, thoracolumbar, parasympathetic, craniosacral area. Okay, so for this one, it lies on S2 to S4. Ito lang siya in this area. All right. So both sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system would require two neurons in order to work. Okay, and these neurons would meet in the ganglia or the ganglion. Okay, so it is here in the ganglia where the cluster of neuron cell bodies houses a million of synapses. Yesterday we mentioned synapse. These are gap, diba? Gap in between the neuron. Okay, you need to know that sympathetic ganglion or the sympathetic, the ganglion is found closer to the spinal cord. I think I have a picture later. While for parasympathetic, the ganglion is found closer to the effector. So let's look at the picture para you can understand better. Okay, we have this one, sympathetic nervous system. These are the ganglions. Yeah, yung mga green. Okay, those are your ganglia or ganglions. So meaning to say, this part here before the ganglion, okay? Sorry. This part here before the ganglion is your preganglionic. Okay? While here, after the ganglion, after ng green, that is your postganglionic. So what can you observe in the sympathetic nervous system? Which one is shorter and which one is longer? Is it the preganglionic or the postganglionic? So for sympathetic, postganglionic. Preganglionic, this one, is shorter. It has a short preganglionic, while the postganglionic here is longer, so long. But in the parasympathetic nervous system, here, look at the ganglion, yung color green. Yeah. Okay. So in parasympathetic, preganglionic, and postganglionic, okay, we have short postganglionic and longer preganglionic. So opposite sila. Okay? So sympathetic, long preganglionic, short postganglionic. In sympathetic, short preganglionic, long postganglionic. All right? Basically, if we would be drafting a chart for this one, okay, it would look like this. Yan siya. Yan siya sa books. Para you can understand better ano ba yung what's preganglionic,